over the top, guys that go across the middle. We need a big play right here. You know, we got, I think all those guys bring some type of dimension into that, you know, wide receiver group. And I mean, that's special with the kind of offense we run and the style of play that we have. Very, very highly intelligent group of guys with the wide receiver core. Very, very, you know, high IQ, and, you know, a lot of things we do on the run, a lot of changes we got to make on the field within seconds. And, you know, so to be able to have, you know, a talented, fast, smart, physical group like that is very helpful to this team and, you know, to this squad.
Now, you guys are going down to Daytona, but you're the leader of the team, but are you like more of the vocal guy? Are you more of the lead by example? Or are you the guy that's getting, you know, going to give the big speech before the game, or what type of person are you?
I think I just kind of go with it, man. We have so many more vocal leaders, you know, on this team, to where I've kind of become the guy that's kind of more of a lead by example. But if anything's going on, or you know, anything needs to be said, I have no problem stepping up, you know, giving a pep talk, or, you know, hey, you know, rallying the troops and, you know, letting them know what's going on, you know, whether it's down in distance or whether it's, hey, this is situational, hey, you know, we're going into the fourth quarter, let's finish it strong. So I, you know, wherever I need to, you know, fall in and go, I feel comfortable doing either or.
It's fantastic. I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit here. You know, you say you've been in Kansas City for a while. What's your go-to barbecue?
Gates.
There we go.
Oh man, I've had Arthur Bryant's. You know, Jack Stacks is not bad, but I'm a Gates guy.
Something about that high man help you.
Huh? High man help you. The
Steve, I'm still a Gates guy, but they let me down last night out on state line. It was a little chewy, tough, burnt in. So, but I'm going back there next week. I'm not gonna be Drew Gooden.
Okay. Yeah, give him another shot. So.
Gates guy.
Gates, yeah. I mean, it's good. I think I like their sauce the best out of all the local spots. You know, I like the Gates sauce is my favorite.
I think that does it for me. That knocks me out. Let's do it.
Have that barbecue and then you're knocked out. So. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you so much.
Going forward, we'll let you get out here and get your practice in. But we appreciate you taking some time.
Thanks for having me.
Wish you guys the best.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Next weekend, and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Go get it, and we'll be tweeting out the link and everything so that you guys, you know, fans can watch the game live from Kansas City. Your coach said you guys will be sharing it, so we'll share it on all of our social media too. So you can see Baron Bradshaw and the Kansas City Bulldogs next weekend on the 18th, live from Daytona, Florida, as they play for a national championship. And we'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Chavez with the Jayhawk Sports Network. And if you would like to have the same historical experience in the same arena that KU, Mizzou, K-State, the Kansas City Kings, Comets, and many other college and pro teams play at, including a Final Four, then Hy-Vee Arena, formerly Kemper Arena, is your place to host your next basketball, volleyball, wrestling, or anything that can be played on a hardwood floor. You could host your next practice, game, or tournament at Hy-Vee Arena for as little as $6 per person. That's right, $6, anybody, anytime. We have all the amenities you need, from team rooms, locker rooms, food court, and team meeting space. That's right, we are open to anyone now. So check us out at HyVeeArena.com or call 816-505-0404 today to book your historical experience.
All right, I'm Gary from Midwest Mike's, joined again by Steve from the W Show. And we are joined by Dennis O'Brien, the offensive coordinator of the Kansas City Bulldogs. Coach, thanks for taking some time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you know, like we've talked about with your quarterback and your head coach, you guys have had a really, really good year, undefeated season. You've won 3 of the last 4 MFA championships, your league, and you're preparing to play for a national championship. So talk a little bit about your season from an offensive perspective and some things you guys were able to do.
We struggled a little bit early on, getting our chemistry back from last year. Last year was probably our best offensive year that we've had in the history of the organization. But once we started clicking, we got everything going. We got an explosive run game. Our running back, Marcus Skinner, is a very talented 3-down back. Also, we're super explosive on the outside with all of our receivers. Our quarterback can throw the ball all over the yard, and it makes teams. It's hard for them to prepare for us. So
it's better to hit, start off a little slow and then hit stride when you get to a point like this, though, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Yeah, we want to be hitting on all cylinders when it comes to this game, especially. So.
Yeah. How, obviously playing the Cincinnati Chiefs, being from Kansas City, that's a little ironic, right? Playing a Chiefs team for a championship.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely different. Hopefully our Chiefs can be down there in a few weeks after we leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
how's your preparation been as you've been studying film and looking at their defense? Barron said they were pretty big and physical. What do you have to say about their defense?
They are. Every defense is unique. They're big up front, a lot of speed on the back end. We're just going to have to take our time and take what they give us. So,
who would you say you pull from as far as like your offensive side? Is it more somebody that you look up to, whether it be in the NFL, college? What would you say?
I pull from a lot of different offenses, but being in Kansas City, we got a super explosive team in the Kansas City Chiefs. So being able to watch their games and see how Andy Reid attacks things helps me prepare. It helps out a lot. So.
Your head coach mentioned that Barron was the league MVP this year. How exciting was that for you as a coach, having the league MVP on your side every week and not maybe having to prepare for a guy who was potential league MVP on the other side?
It's super exciting. I believe he's back-to-back MVP of the league.
Oh, wow.
So kind of being the offensive coordinator, I get to kind of live through his eyes, watching the plays, calling the plays from up in the booth. It's a great experience. Great having a guy with that caliber of talent.
He mentioned, when we were talking before the show started that you guys had some communication problems in a couple games. So how nerve-wracking was that for you? Or were you pretty comfortable knowing that he was just calling his own plays and you guys were still rolling?
It gets a little frustrating at times, but me and him got such a good relationship that he knows where I'm thinking from when we game plan and everything. We have coaches meeting, offensive meetings, so me and him get to communicate on a different level than probably a lot of teams do at this level.
How do you guys balance that, with your work life, because this is not your full-time job, nobody's getting paid out here, so how does that work with balancing, your work life, home life, and then doing this also?
It's definitely rough. I have two daughters that are involved in sports in high school, so balancing that, and I coach high school football at St. Thomas Aquinas as well. So fitting all of that in is a little tough, but my family understands where I'm at most of the time. Very supportive. Make it to all their functions. I know everybody makes sacrifices. In the semi-pro, we don't get to practice as much as a lot of other football programs or different levels of football. So it's pretty tough.
Yeah, that is. So let's, you mentioned the Chiefs. We talked a little bit about that. They got a big game coming up this weekend against the Texans. Any chance the Texans come in here and steal this one?
I don't think so. You got to stick with the hometown Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Patrick was dinged up a little bit the first time, so I'm going to have to get at it.
Yeah, get after them. Yeah. What is your go-to barbecue spot in Kansas City? It's something we ask everybody who comes through on Midwest Mics.
Being from KCK, I prefer Gates.
I think Gates is 3-for-3 tonight. Yep. So far, everybody's been big on Gates. So I think we're going to take a short break, and then we will be right back
with the owner, Tyrone Groves.
All right, with the owner, Tyrone Groves.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks. Yep. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, sir.
I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Carbondale, Illinois.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
We're from Omaha, Nebraska.
Kansas City.
California.
So what made you choose Woody's over all the other dealers out there? Do you think?
Definitely the price.
I have so many different vehicles on the lot.
No hassle.
No fees processed.
At wellwoodies.com. At Klein, we rent vans, minivans, SUVs, pickup trucks.
We rent for church trips, vacations, weddings, construction, business travel, luxury travel. KleinVan.com and WildWoodies.com for all your transportation needs.
Player owner of the Kansas City Bulldogs, plays safety. Thanks for having us out tonight. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it's always exciting, to find out about more football in Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
I was not very familiar with the Bulldogs until I started working with you, Click. That's kind of how we got together. Right. I saw him retweet some highlights. I'm like, hey, what is this football in the summertime? It was like May or something.
Right.
So, I'm thankful he was covering you guys, and now here we are. So
yes, indeed.
A few months later, we've talked to your head coach, the offensive coordinator, quarterback, about the season. You play defense, safety. So just talk to us a little bit about, how amazing this season was and going undefeated. And, you guys have won 3 of the last 4 MFA championships. Mm-hmm. So, just talk about the organization and how exciting that is.
So this season has been a long time coming. We've been trying to have that special season, every season since 2015. Obviously, 2015 we went undefeated and lost in the league championship game. So this season we had a goal at the beginning to try to get a push to a national bid for a national championship, and we did a lot of work and a lot of toil, and it actually came through. So it's always good whenever you set a goal and then you kind of accomplish that goal up to that point. So it's a monumental season for the organization.
That's fantastic. You guys have the league MVP on your leading your offense, Baron. How nice is it to have the league MVP on your side?
Well, it's always nice. I mean, it's basically if Tom Brady not doing that good this year, he didn't do too terribly good, but it's like having Tom Brady or Pat Mahomes. When you're on defense, if the other team scores, like, well, we know our offense is gonna go out there. He's gonna do his thing. So, it's good to just know that the offense is gonna be able to move. They're gonna be high powered. They're gonna do their thing, and all we have to do is get a few stops. So if we get a lead, we get a 2-score lead. Everybody on defense is like, oh, we good. It's good. Yeah. It's happening now. So
takes a little pressure off the back end defense, right?
Yes, indeed.
when you got those, that quarterback's probably going to take some chances, throwing some balls maybe he shouldn't your way, right?
Yeah. So normally that's what we want to do. We want to get teams into passing the ball. That's one of the strengths of our defense is our defensive back. So if we can get a team where they have to pass the ball to try to make up ground, then we know that, then we get a stop, and then our offense goes back and score again, and it's just a snowball effect. So that's obviously what most teams want to do if they have a really good defense. So normally works out for us.
So of course you have the coaches, head coach, offensive coordinator, then you have all the players, and everyone seems to have their own specific job, but you seem to have you're the player, you're you manage all this, but how difficult is it to be able or to have to do all of that?
Yeah, so 2015 was my first year being an owner, and it was difficult. I was trying to do too much myself. Before the game, I really had time to really warm up. I was running around, doing all kinds of stuff, running up in the booth and all that. the last 3 years, I made a concerted effort to make sure we get a lot of people, like the coaches. We got people